If you told me you want multifamily in Pompano, give me the criteria. I'll have 10 guys cold calling for you tomorrow. Hey, you want to partner with an investor? 50% of a grape is better than 100% of nothing. I have a baby on the way.
Baby, very nice. Baby mama.
Yeah, baby mama.
I came to this country when I was 16 years old with zero in my pocket. And from there, I worked myself up. I knew what I wanted. You have to have a vision. And you need to have fire in the belly. Welcome back, everybody, for our podcast, Next Level. Today we have Anthony. What I like about Anthony, and I did some work on you. I checked you out. You are the king of cold call.
That's what some say. I wouldn't say
right?
that.
Tell us about it.
So my whole life in 2 minutes is I'm born and raised in Michigan. I come from a family background of builders and developers. My grandpa's like an old school Italian guy. Get up, go to work, construction. I grew up on the job site, and I got my license shortly after seeing the sales lady drive the Escalade and wear the Rolex. Mm-hmm. And then I moved down here. I'm skipping a lot of parts, but I moved down here, and obviously everyone with a pulse has the real estate license. My barber, the valet. The girl's cutting my hair earlier. She's like, I'm going to get my real estate license too. I'm like, okay, just cut the hair. Whatever.
It's so easy. Big deal. So you have a license. Now what?
Yes, exactly. So I tried the hard way, which is, thinking that Instagram and making a nice website would do it, and it's not. So I just started cold calling every single day, 7:45 in the morning. I guarantee I've called you. If you live in Hollywood or Sunny Isles, I've probably cold called you or one of your properties.
Residential?
Residential.
Right.
I would call Trump Hollywood, the Renaissance on the Ocean, Ocean Palms, Aquilina. I just sold something in Four Seasons for $7 million. That was all these big deals that I did were from cold calling. Okay. But yeah, that was like my claim to fame.
So how many calls do you do a day?
I don't do it as much anymore because I have my mentorship and I have a team.
Right.
But I typically would call about 3 to 4 hours a day, and I would try and get to 300 contacts and at least get one meeting. Because if you didn't get a meeting, then what was the point of doing it?
Listen, I made millions with an S, cold calls.
You were cold. Yeah, what Daniel was telling me that you cold called a little bit.
Going back many years, 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago.
Really? When did you move to the States?
No, I moved to the States when I was 16.
Wow.
Right.
Okay. And then you started at what?
No, I was in New York.
In New York first?
At my high school. I'm writing a book.
Okay.
Get you a copy.
Okay, we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I came down here about 28 years ago.
So yeah, I have a coaching business where I'll teach real estate agents how to cold call, scale, grow their social media. Right. It was something I did like 3-4 years ago. To be honest, at the time I was making good money, but I wanted to make a little bit of money on the side. It wasn't like my passion. Then I started realizing that there's a need for it. There's no big real estate coaches out there. The two of them that are out there, like the Mike Ferries and the Tom Ferries, they're over 50 years old. They're a little outdated with the technologies, and they don't cold call. Some of the people they don't. They're so big they don't have time to give attention to their students.
Who are your students? Young guys?
I would say primarily my demographics like 25 to 20 or 21 to 25.
And what do you say when you see like a lot of them are very lazy? They think things will come to them. They don't want to it's hard to get up, make that phone call, and when you say in real estate location.
Yes.
I call it in cold call. I call it rejection, and more rejection.
Yeah.
So how do you overcome that?
So I think when you pay attention. So when I get these guys to invest in the mentorship, they understand, okay, I just came out of pocket with a good amount of money that I didn't really have, I couldn't afford to lose. It puts them in an uncomfortable situation, and I force them to actually do certain things. So you'll join one day, and I'll be like, yeah, you got a cold call tomorrow, and you'll be like, well, I've never done this before, and I'll be like, here's your script. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. there's a role play session. They're like, 7 a.m. and I'm like, yeah, wake up and get there on time, start your day early, practice, then at 7:45 call the expireds for sale by owners, and then in the afternoon do your follow-up circle prospect. You're gonna suck. It's okay. I tell them their first words. The first time you kissed a girl, to talk to a girl, terrible.
That's right.
You're gonna be told F off. You're gonna be told no. Don't call me again. And
how do you overcome the do not call list? Is that still going on?
I call them anyway.
You call them anyway.
I use a Google Voice number and I call them, and I'll just be like, I'll pretend like I didn't know.
No one really cares about it anyway. It's not,
I don't think they do, because if I had an offer for them, you had your house up for sale,
right,
or some of them are for sale by owners, and it kind of like crosses it out because you can't.
So my theory is everything's for sale.
Everything, yeah.
Right. So, for example, okay, let's say you have a house, and let's say the house was $500,000.
Yeah.
And you have a family to go to school, and you just moved here, you're happy, right?
Yeah.
I call you up, I say, I have an offer for you, 500, 550. You're not going to sell, right? Because you just bought it, that's what it's worth.
Yeah, I might say no right away.
Right. But if I tell you I give you an offer for 900,000, $1 million, of course for sale.
Oh,
Everything
absolutely.
for sale.
Absolutely.
So that's what I did in commercial.
So, and you only do, I looked in, you only do multifamily, or will you look in other asset classes?
I would, in the very beginning, we did everything. Right now we only do multifamily. Of course I look at everything else.
Okay.
If it makes sense with a deep discount. But we don't just buy for the sake of buying. We are very careful.
How about right now? What do you think that, I'm curious about what your thoughts are on the market.
So, look, I mean, I people tell me, my CPAs or my attorney, it's not a good market. I'm thinking, you people should stay in your lane. Don't tell me when it's a good market or it's a bad market. This is my job to let you know whether it's a good market or bad market.
Right.
It's never a good market and it's never a bad market. It's always about the deal.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree.
In other words, are you going to buy because it's going up, or are you going to buy because it's a good deal?
Both, no?
No, because let's say the market right now is going up.
Right.
Up. And I'm showing you a deal, and you're going to pay top dollars for it. With the idea that the market continue to go up.
Okay.
That's what we call luck. We're not just doing I like to get lucky every now and then, but we want to make sure we do our due diligence, and we buy with the idea the market is not going up. Market staying the same, or even getting worse. Therefore, we have cushions.
You make your money and then buy.
Yes. Always you make it correct. And you know what? Even if the market goes down, you're okay because you already bought it there's enough cushions.
Yeah.
For it to go down.
You want to for capex and any unforeseen.
Well, the capex, that's another story. You want to make sure that you don't pay, you don't do capex from cash flow. You have to have a different account. You have to have extra cash for that.
I'm looking to acquire my first deal right now.
What kind of deal is that?
I'm looking between retail and industrial.
Okay.
So if I come across anything, I'll share it with you. But yeah, I've been driving around and looking. I got Reonomy. I'm looking at who owns it
How much money are you working with?
I'm trying to allocate around $500,000, and then I have some investors to talk to as well. But yeah,
right.
That's what I'm looking for. But it's
so right. So you gotta don't overpay. And if you do look for, and I don't really care for industrial unless you have good, solid tenant long term. Yeah. The problem with industrial that let's say you buy industrial and it's 10,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And you have 5, 6, 7 bays. If you lose one or two tenants, you start to lose money.
Yeah.
In multifamily, if you lose one or two tenants, you're okay because you have other tenants.
Right.
The industrial, the rent in industrial is very high, right? Every tenant pay whatever, 5,000, 4,000 a month, right?
Yep.
So it's a very good. Industrial can be very good, but you got to do your homework. You have to make sure it's in the right location. You have to make sure you can rent it out. You have to make sure that there is access for for the street, for the highway, for the ingress, all this
for the semi truck. Yeah.
To come together. Otherwise, it's going to be very tough. To look, when we buy, I always want to think. My number one thing: what is my exit strategy?
Always first.
Always number one. That's what you want to do.
The exit. Okay.
Right.
What's your average length that you tie up a deal for? 60 days? 90?
To close or to...
Yeah. To do your due diligence and close.
They don't give you more than 30 days. Yeah.
So 30 with an extension?
30 and 30 for closing.
Okay.
And you got to put sometimes you have to put non-refundable, and a lot of times they won't let you make it subject to a mortgage.
Okay. Yeah.
They give you time. They give you inspection period, 30 days. During the 30 days, you have to secure funding, secure down payment, and secure your mortgage.
Okay. Got it. How do you feel about the whole social media thing? I was talking with Daniel a little bit. It wasn't on your radar at first, and you're like, maybe I should.
Right. Yeah, no, the social media, we want to pay it forward. It's sort of like, when you make a contribution from your income.
Yeah.
You give it's called
charity,
right? Over here, I'm not charging anything. We just like to pay it forward. Tons of experience, many years of experience. And I get messages, people thanking me for not overpaying. As an example, let's say apartment building. Let's say one by 10 unit. And a 10 unit costs, let's say, charging $2 million.
Okay.
The average rent show $1,200, $1,300. You're not making money. If I'm paying $200,000 a door for apartment, again, that's not retail or industrial.
What is the going rate right now for a door? And
Well, the going rate can be different, can be vary. However, if I'm paying $200,000 per door, I want my rent to be from day one close to $2,000 a month.
okay, per door.
Oh yeah. So what happens is your rent usually about $12.50, and the broker tell you, don't worry, you'll get there eventually. So I'm paying for future price.
And we don't do that.
We don't do that. It's really, really important not to overpay.
And then you're looking for what do you think like Class C, Class B in Hollywood, Dania, Pompano is going to go for with multifamily? What do you
The
think?
problem is what you have is 10, 20 unit. We don't look at that. We look at 200 plus.
Okay, so you're looking at 200 plus. Okay, got it.
Right.
And still, what would you say is like the average per door cost?
Average up for 200 plus units, 70 construction about 175 to 180.
And you don't like to develop? You want something that's already pre-existing?
The problem development takes a long time.
And you got to time the market,
And you have
hopefully.
time to market. Yeah, and I'm not a developer. I'm more of a value add guy.
Always. Okay.
Right.
And you don't try and flip. You try and keep it and
I want to make money. What does it mean? You buy property, you fix it up.
Yeah.
Yes. You raise the rent, you add value. You want to go to the bank, try to refi. But if some crazy maniac wants to come give me a good price, why not? Get out.
Okay.
You're never wrong to take profits, right?
oh yeah, of course.
And my CPA tells me it's always a good day in America paying taxes. That means you're making money.
Yeah, right? That's my CPA just told me that
You like
a couple
that one, right? You coach how to do cold call?
I coach. It's not solely about cold calling. I'll give them a schedule. I'll give them a script. We'll go over objection handling.
Right.
We'll go over where they should call, how many people they should call in a day, and we work on different things throughout the community. We have 850 people, so just under 1,000, and the benefits are you get immersed with a crowd of people that are all trying to do better. Some people have already gone through the coaching. Some people are brand new. Some people are in between. We've had a lot of referrals and connections go through the community. And then a lot of people, like if you had a residential property that you wanted to sell for $2 million before it goes on the market, we have 800 people that are in this community that we can say, hey,
Love it. Right.
so we'll send it. So the community's good. We have different channels. So if let's say Daniel and I wanted a cold call, or I wanted a cold call and I didn't want to do it alone, I could reach out to somebody and say, hey guys, I don't want to do it alone today. Can someone do it with me?
Right.
And they get on like a Google or a Zoom and they do it together. And then there's a few other elements that we have. I have 153 pre-recorded videos on like just sales, and I try to give financial advice, but it's not advice, obviously. It's for entertainment purposes and what to do with the commission and taxes and so on and so forth. But one of the things that I want to do in the few years after I get some experience under my belt is start teaching how to acquire and invest in real estate. But that's another time.
Right. So I think cold call is really it's a mindset.
It's a mindset. You can't get if I call you and you're my first call of the day and you tell me no, I might call you back and say, listen, Al, I take full responsibility for you hanging up on me real quick. I have 30 seconds, 2 quick questions for you. And I try and just add value, and if I can get you on the phone and I can make you, I want to drop your guard a little bit, right? And then if I can get out of 20 people 1 meeting a day, we're in South Florida, $2 million, $3 million listing. You're
really good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'll go even further. Out of 50, if you get 1 meeting, I'm okay with that. Even out of 100.
Yeah, it's not bad. I have a guy in Bell Harbor in the Village. I just got a listing for $14 million. It's going up next month.
What is it exactly?
It's a single family house.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful property. He bought it for $5 million, put $2 million into it in 2020 and rode the wave. But he's a former Goldman Sachs partner who's deployed $14 billion. I did a podcast with him, actually. You can watch it, but I'm getting, for you to get a guy like that, he's not calling me. There's 250,000 brokers in Miami, and he knows every other broker in town. So I think it's a mindset. I called him
Persistent.
18 times over 2 years. I called him.
Persistent,
relentless,
Right.
and my follow-up, I take the selfie videos, I'll send letters to I actually have some for you. I forgot it. I'll have it dropped off this week.
Fine, that's okay.
So,
But I feel like people are, they just want things handed to them. The young generation.
so I moved away from everybody, right? So I moved away from I'm close with my family, but I moved away from Michigan, which is what I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have any idea of the market, who to call, what to call. I didn't have any friends or people I went to school with to leverage. And I had no choice. And I don't even want to say what I'd rather do, but before I'd go back and call it quits, there's no way. I would do anything to make sure. And it's not that hard. I don't think it's really not that difficult. It took me 6 months to really get good at it, and then that's all I did for a year. I didn't go out, I didn't go on a date, I didn't party.
Wow. So you have a fire in your belly.
Very, very, very big fire. Yeah.
I'm
Like
a big
you.
opponent to it, yeah. Fire in the belly is a big thing.
You need to.
You can't, it's something no one can take it away from you.
No, you can lose it all as long as you have, if you,
Right.
there's a skill that I now have that I can take and go outside of, I could sell boats, I could sell jets, whatever. Because I understand the routine, I have the stamina for it, and it's really good to go back to what you said. Everybody's lazy. It's one of the easiest times, I think, to make money in the world. And they'd rather put $10,000 on Bitcoin or XRP, and if they get a ridiculous number that's not realistic, let's say you get a 500% return on 10 grand, you still don't have that much money. If you make 50 grand in a year, it's not going to do that every year.
It's gambling.
It's gambling, essentially, yeah. And how long can you do that and be profitable?
You can't continue.
So I think it's just this scroll.
Right.
And then I could talk about all these other companies like OnlyFans and all these other people.
Yeah, OnlyFans?
No, absolutely not. he was like cancel, turn it down, stop it right now. No, I met a girl who's 21 years old. I lived downtown Miami. She was 21 years old, and she's like, I need you to help me invest my money. And I'm like, how much are you spending every month? Or how much are you spending? She's like, around 40 grand. And I'm like, 40 grand a year is not bad. Like, what do you make? 200, 150? And she's like, no, I make about 200,000 a month.
A month? 200,000 a month?
A month. And then I go, how much money do you have saved up? She showed me her bank account. She has 2 million,
Wow.
2.4 million in a savings account. I said, first of all, get all of that money out of the bank. You don't need all this money over here. She has no idea about the FDIC, where to put the money.
It's crazy. Wow.
And I was like, all right, you need to call a financial advisor right now. She's 21. And you go into her apartment, she's got 45 shoes, Yeezys, this,
Don't
that.
get an idea, Mr. Cameraman. You love girls. Right.
I think we all do, right?
Right.
So that's the real epidemic in the country is it's not COVID anymore, it's laziness.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple mentors that are in real estate, and they told me you either bet on laziness or greed. And he said if you 100% of the time it's one of those two. He'd bet his life on it, and he's right. A lot of people. Like a lot of people don't want to do partnerships. You obviously, I feel like I don't know everything about your business, but obviously you're okay with partnering.
We open for everything.
Yeah, you want to partner with an investor. 50% of a grape is better than 100% of nothing,
Right.
or 10% of a watermelon is better than 50% of a grape.
Correct.
So, I think that's the mindset that you have to have.
Now, if somebody wants to reach out to you,
You can follow me on Instagram, Nucci Real Estate, and Nucci Real Estate on TikTok, YouTube, and then AnthonyNucci.com.
sounds good. So what is your vision for the next 10 years? Where do you want to see yourself?
In the next 10 years, I want to be. I already believe I'm the best real estate coach out there right now for real estate agents, residential.
And by the way, you charge money for that?
Yeah, have to charge for two reasons. One, I have coaches in there, and we spend a lot of money on software.
There's no judgment.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's got to make a profit to keep the business going.
Right.
But one, obviously for business, and two, if it was free or not a lot of money, if you lost money on your first real estate deal, you would learn.
Right.
If you didn't lose anything other than your time, you wouldn't really pay attention to it. You wouldn't care. You would wake up and there wouldn't be accountability.
Right.
But my future is I want to, or my vision is I want to have at least 10,000 real estate agents or more go through the coaching. I want to acquire.
You want to give seminars out? You want to give seminars?
Yeah. You know Daniel G or any of those guys? Do you follow him? They're just they're public speaker like Andy Elliott style people. Not so much take your shirt off on stage, but I want to do that, and then I want to acquire as much real estate as possible. And I need $100 million or more. By the time I'm 40. So
I love it.
I have 11 years to do that. I think it's possible.
Right.
Need a few good deals, right?
I have a great deal for you.
Listen, I have a cousin.
Bring the money. I make you a partner.
But I have family at Blackstone and BlackRock, and I have 800 people. All these guys, if you told me you want multifamily in Pompano, give me the criteria. I'll have 10 guys cold calling for you tomorrow.
I need properties in Gainesville,
okay.
Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Orlando.
What would be your advice to someone like me or someone who's, forget if they have money or not, if they want to find a real estate deal, because a month ago, I know residential, but commercial is a totally different animal. I didn't know where to look. I don't know what asset type. I have a friend who can underwrite a deal like you can in 10 seconds when it comes to multifamily. What's your advice to someone who's just starting out, who wants to make generational wealth, and they have no capital, but they have all the time and hustle, and they're not lazy?
I think the best advice is to find the right deal, find the right property, partner up with a sponsor.
Okay,
like me or another one, and ask to be part of the deal. Let that sponsor cut a percentage in the deal.
Okay.
And with the condition that they want to follow around sponsor weekly, whatever, look at the reports and learn how does the sponsor underwrite the deal.
Would you tell them to look at just one city, one asset type?
I will focus here, one county, for that matter.
One county, okay.
Doesn't have to be a city. And one asset type, correct.
And who do you think's more like? Would you go after the guy that bought a deal 10 years ago, or would you go to the guy, or you try and go after somebody who's had it for 30 years?
After the guy I had for 30 years, the best guy. But I will go after anybody.
Okay, there's nobody.
There's no.
If it's ugly and
I don't give a damn.
shit,
By the way, I don't care if the guy paid for it $1.
But you want to go after distressed.
Distressed, yeah.
Always,
yes.
And you're with your funds or just personally, you don't have any core properties that are like that.
Well, so here's the thing: 70 product are becoming less attractive.
Really?
Because they're getting very old. But we look at everything.
Okay.
I believe for the right price, I can make it happen.
And for the young guys out here, you mentioned you're a big cold caller and you've made millions doing it, or you were a big cold caller. What's the 2 or 3 takeaways that you would say that they need to do
with the cold call?
Yeah, like your advice for them.
They have to may have to go back at night, evening time, to do the cold call. That's right, because
like 7 o'clock,
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Really? Okay.
Of course, because during the daytime, people are not what's the word? They're busy.
Yeah.
They try and make a living.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to anybody.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
And nobody really call after those hours. You have to do something that someone else does not do.
Okay, so
you have
7,
to
8.
reinvent the wheel. I would say 7, 8, 9.
I think the best times I call like 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning. You're not supposed to, but
that's good too. But yeah, the problem with that, people are in a rush to want to get out, get a coffee, breakfast, get out, go to work.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, no, they don't. They never want to talk to you.
No, that's okay. But you know what? The best time in the morning and the evening, both.
Yeah,
they have to go back.
And to go back to end on it, you said something. Your attorneys stay in their lane. I have people.
My CPA stings.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I tell people, or people tell me, should I call at this time or this time? No, this time's better. No, there's no bad time to be calling.
Just like there's no good time or bad time to buy real estate.
Yeah.
It's always going to be the deal structure.
Yeah, exactly.
Price,
you got to find a deal.
Structure, good deal. Because it doesn't matter what. I'm not going to buy property in a great market and overpay for a property.
Yeah.
The idea, it's going up.
Yeah, of course. Got to buy it good.
You got to buy it good.
That's it.
And that's very difficult because you're competing with other people, but you can't think like, it's difficult, can I do it? You have to think of yourself, and you know what? There's nothing stopping me.
Yeah.
Not as long as I have my health.
I always say that. As long as you have your health, and if money can fix it and you have your health, it's not a problem.
And I'll give you one more thing. Are you married?
I'm about to be.
And
I have a baby on the way.
Baby, very nice. Yeah. Baby mama.
Yeah, baby mama. Jewish baby mama too.
That's okay.
So now I'm Jewish by association.
It's good, right? So I'm married already for 35 years.
God bless you.
Thank you. So my better half is my wife, and for over the years, 35 years, going many years, right?
Many.
And try to go on a date once a week.
Okay. Keep date night alive.
Date night.
A little Avra.
Yeah, and don't try to go away with the wife and friends. Take time for yourself with the wife. Not necessarily. Make sense?
Yeah, no, 100%. Quality, alone time.
Right, so what I was saying, your better half, whether it's boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, whatever it is, in your case, going to be a wife, needs to be a support system.
She is
and
very
to believe
supportive.
in your cause and to keep nagging you.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Always go to next level. See?
I love that, by the way.
You know?
No, we drove around all Saturday and Sunday the other day looking for real estate. That's all we did.
Good.
And she was on her phone
So
taking
it sounds
notes.
to me that's the right one for you.
Oh, she's the right one. Yeah.
You know, and that's
I come
really
home, there's going
important.
to be dinner. Her mom.
Because there's too many negative influence out there that will keep you down and keep your head spin out, and you're so negative. Oh, I can't
and
do
then
that.
the girls that want the Chanel bag and they want, and they don't give, and then they want to go party. They want a Komodo and Kiki, and no.
No, you can't
I
do
don't like that. I don't like the party at all myself either.
No, you can party, but you know what? Sometime, you know what? I'm going to settle down. I'm going to have a family. And you know what? I'm going to stay focused. And your focus should be to make $1 million. After you make $1 million, you want to make 2. After you make 2, you want to make 4 million.
Yeah.
And so forth. That's how you build it.
Yeah.
Thanks
We're
for
past
coming.
$1 million. We got to get to 2 now.
Thank you so much for coming. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who will appreciate it. See you again in the next one.